Hello friends, welcome to India Days. I am Yogendra Kapoor, economist, tax and banking expert with over 24 years of experience. In today's show, I am going to discuss about the Delhi government's budget which has been announced in the assembly today. Well friends, I am going to discuss about the budget that has been announced by the Delhi government today in three segments. The first one will relate to the challenges that were there before the introduction of this budget. The second segment will deal with the hits as I perceive with respect to the announcements made in the budget today. The last segment will deal with the misses, if I can say, which the government has not been able to cover in today's budget. In the first segment, I am going to cover about the 8 major challenges that were there before the Delhi government in the announcement of this budget. The first challenge was related to how to boost the demand for the goods and services. The second was related to the recent surveys which suggested that there have been a massive fall in income in urban cities and in which Delhi is primarily among the top ones. The third is with respect to the creation of avenues for growth and income for people. The fourth relates to the creation of jobs opportunities for the youth. The fifth one relates to the fact as to how the government will promote investments in new businesses or even in existing businesses in Delhi. The sixth one is related to the VAT and GST evasion. Here I would like to state that Delhi tops the list of all the states and union territories in terms of tax evasion. The seventh one is related to the restoration of the activities for revenue generation. You see, here we see that as on date, even the metro services have not been able to resume in the fullest capacity. They are still working at 50% of their capacity. The last one is related to the e-vehicles mobilization. You see, we are already facing challenges with respect to environmental pollution and the rising petrol and diesel rates. So I would have expected that in this budget, this problem should have been addressed in a very positive and formidable way. In the second segment, I am going to discuss about the hits that I perceive with respect to the budget announcement today. I find that there are 4 hits, if I can pin them down. The first one is related to the allocation for education. Now, this is a 69,000 crore Delhi budget that has been announced today, and of this, 1/4 allocation has been made only for education. The second one is related to the 100 Mohalla clinics that have been announced for women that will commence from this year onwards. The third one relates to 25 crore provision that has been made for yoga and meditation teachers. The fourth one is related to the free COVID vaccination at all Delhi government hospitals that will continue. In the third segment, I am going to discuss about the misses which I perceive have been left out by the Delhi government in the budget announced today. The first one deals with the innovative schemes that this government could have introduced in order to mobilize and increase the demand for the budget. The government had recently announced the scheme for reduction in stamp duty for real estate. Likewise, I was anticipating major innovative schemes for industry, for businesses, and even for self-employed or entrepreneurs. You know, we have seen in the post-COVID era that the women or even people who are self-employed, they have been forced to work from home. In this situation, it was very important that some kind of incentives should have been given by the government in terms of some GST relaxations to those segments in order to help them in growing their businesses and also at the same time ensuring that it results in job creation. The second point relates to job creation and investment. You see, the revenues of the state, 85% of our revenues, they come from the service sector. The government could have introduced certain schemes wherein they could have mobilized not only the increased service activity in the state, but also it could have resulted in job creation for people, for the youth, and it would have resulted in increased revenues for the government and also in increased consumption, thereby increasing the GDP for the state. The third point relates to the e-vehicles promotion. This is that segment wherein you see we are facing environmental pollution, we are also facing the rising rates in petrol and diesel. We also need to understand that every business has a limitation of its own budget in terms of promoting this concept. The government was in a very wonderful position as on date to promote this concept through electronic media, through print media, as it could have really been becoming an example not only for the state but for the entire country. So I think the government has missed that opportunity of promoting this concept. All in all, I can say that this budget has been able to strike a chord in terms of moving forward, and if I have to give marks out of 10, I'll say that I'll give 6 marks out of 10.